Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. So I wanted to give you a quick update. I think it's been over 24 hours and I just wanted to show you how the leaves look right now. You can see they have absorbed all that water and now there is no wrinkling of the leaves. You can see this. They are all very stiff. This indicates that the succulent has absorbed all that water and it looks a little bit more hydrated compared to what it was earlier. Even this one, remember, it was getting a crease, but now it is not. It is very stiff. So our succulent is very well hydrated. What next? We have to wait for the soil to be completely bone dry. Again, depending upon your environment and climate, wait for some time before going in and watering your succulent. Now, I did have a question about the lower leaves getting wrinkled or the lower leaves starting to dry up. This is a very natural process. These are my Graptovaria opalinas and you can see the low leaves are starting to dry out, which is a very normal process. You do not need to be worried. These are some edema marks on the succulent, but that's very normal for a lot of succulents to have that, especially if the humidity is very high, because it has been raining a bit over here and there is a lot of moisture. So some of my succulents do get edema, which is absolutely normal. There is nothing to be worried. But the question about the lower leaves, this is a very normal process. What happens over here is the succulents, as and when they start to grow, they kind of nothing goes to waste in the world of succulents. They tend to absorb whatever nutrients, whatever water, whatever energy is present in the lower leaves. The succulent will absorb that as and when it starts to grow. Eventually the lower leaves will dry out and fall off, which is very normal. There is nothing to be worried. The succulent kind of sucks up all the energy, juices, water, nutrients from the lower leaves and puts it into itself in order for it to grow more healthy. So this is a very common phenomena. Now again, how many leaves? Probably 1, 2 or 3 leaves depending upon the size of the succulent. Bigger the succulent, more leaves. Smaller the succulent, less leaves will start to turn dry like this, which is a very common phenomena in the world of succulents. You do not need to be worried. Even in nature, the natural succulents also have the same issue. If you tend to Google and see the images, you'll see a lot of dry leaves below the succulent, and that's how they tend to grow in their natural habitat as well. So there is nothing to be worried about. There is nothing to be panicked. As I said, very few leaves will turn dry from the lower portion. There is nothing to be worried. There is nothing related with underwatering or there is nothing related with overwatering. This is just a natural process of the succulent using its older leaves, because anyways, even in our regular plants as well, you might have seen the lower leaves tend to turn yellow and die off. The same process with these plants as well. The only thing over here is, first the lower leaves will start to deflate because the succulent is pulling out all that water and nutrients, and eventually it will start to dry out. So that's a very normal thing for any succulent, so you do not need to be worried. So guys, that's all about it. You can see now the succulent is doing quite well. It is looking more fuller. You will also notice the succulent leaves are kind of a little bit open as what it was before. So now we are good. Our succulent is very well hydrated, and that's about it. Do not water it right away. Again, you have to wait for the soil to be completely bone dry, and depending upon your environment and climate. As I said, during summers, the frequency of watering for my succulents is more as compared to during the monsoon season or during the winter season. Very soon we are getting into the winter season, so my watering schedule is going to be quite less. Probably I might water once in 2 weeks or once in 3 weeks, again depending upon the variety of succulent and where the succulent is placed. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.